The one, the only Jessica Anderson is in here from Anderson Keuscher. Another fine edition of the Alice Love Court.
Oh, yeah.
In session. Jessica, you always have great questions that come in via the website, alice965.com. You answer every single question you receive from that portal. What do we have today?
So, dear Jessica, since our divorce, my ex-husband has had 2 more children, and he claims he can no longer pay me child support because he doesn't make enough money. He has also remarried and left his full-time job to pursue his own business. His wife does not work. He stopped paying me child support in April. He also could no longer keep the health insurance for the children, which he was ordered to do. So I have added the children to my plan, and I've been paying since March. Even though he hasn't paid, he does insist on having the children on his days and sharing holidays. Right now, I'm 100% paying for sports, medical bills, health insurance, preschool, and anything the girls need without him. So I'm just wondering whether he still gets visitation when he isn't paying for the kids at all. Okay. So it's really 2 questions.
This is not the first time that you've gotten this question.
No, I mean, and it comes up a lot. And first of all, he doesn't get to just stop paying child support unless you agree. You know, if you're not in agreement with his proposal, then you say no, and he's supposed to continue to pay under the current child support order. And that will continue to accrue until he files a motion and gets relief from the court.
Okay.
So if he just doesn't pay and you say, hey, I don't agree, you know, it's really important that you make sure you're not waiving your rights to child support.
Right.
It's really important that you say, I do not agree with this. At that point, it's up to him to file a motion. And until the judge, even if he files a motion, the motion itself doesn't stop the child support. Mm-hmm. The judge has to say, okay, you know, you don't have to pay anymore or you're going to pay less. And the judge has discretion to go back to the date of the filing of the motion. But that's not automatic either.
Okay.
So the judge could make it retroactive to the date of filing the motion, but that's not a for sure thing. Now, with respect to visitation, child support and visitation are completely separate issues. He still has a right to see his children regardless of what the financial circumstances are. So your options regarding the child support is you could file a motion to have him held in contempt for not paying.
Okay.
You could let it keep accruing. You could go to the district attorney's office, child support division, and file a claim there. They'll open a case and start pursuing the arrearages that he owes.
So that's when the garnishments come into play.
Yeah, and they would start garnishing his wages. It sounds like he has his own business. Maybe there's no wages to garnish. You know, those things are kind of tricky. Now, with respect to him having additional children, that in and of itself also doesn't relieve his child support obligation to your children. That is one factor a judge could consider in determining whether to deviate up or down from the statute amount. But I mean, it's pretty hard to get a deviation. And even if the cases I've seen where you've got a deviation downwards for additional children, it's nominal. It's not, $20 maybe reduction.
Okay.
Oh, really? So,
yeah, it's not.
So
enough.
Nick Cannon isn't shaking in his boots.
Right.
No.
He's got 12, 13 kids on the way.
Yeah, it's not going to reduce his child support obligation to anyone else he might have a baby with.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Dad's still got to see him.
Yeah.
Or he still can't see him.
I mean, that
now.
to me is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I don't.
He didn't sign away his rights or anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the kid's fault that his dad's not paying child support. Kids should still be able to have a relationship with his parent.
Even though his dad's a Debbie.
Arguably, but maybe not. Maybe his income did,
Right. Yeah. You never know with people's situations. Yeah. All right, Jessica, we have a great portal set up on our website at alice965.com. You answer every single question you receive.
I sure do. We go back and forth a lot of times via email, which is fine. But sometimes people need more information. And if they do, they can call us at 775-823-0049.